Here is how to make all the bread that you want with 1 packet of yeast. So this is some very, very warm water. I'm going to pour that into my jar. It is about 1 cup, just a little bit over 1 cup, but 1 cup is fine. And right now I'm going to proof the yeast, so I'm going to mix it with some very, very warm water and about a tablespoon of sugar. And then we're just going to let this proof for about 15 minutes. I don't have a packet of yeast on hand today, but that's what you would use. Just cut the top off, pour it down in there, and let it sit until it gets all bubbly, and then we will move on to the next step. So 1 packet of yeast is about 1.5 tablespoons. There we go. Now we're going to let this proof, and we will come back and we will go on to the next step. Now we are going to add 1 cup of flour. You can see the nice foam layer on the yeast water, showing that the yeast has bloomed. We want this to be about the consistency of a thick pancake batter. And then I'm just going to take my cover and put it on. What I use is a piece of paper towel and a rubber band, and I'm going to set this in a nice warm place. The oven was on earlier, and so it's nice and warm over there. So I'm going to set it on top of the oven. Now you want to be careful and don't put it in a place that is too warm. Otherwise you will end up with dead yeast and it will not rise. So we want this to double, and then it'll be ready to go. And now you can see this is the line where my yeast started, and this is where it is now, right there. So it is doubled in size. So now you take this, you scoop out half, and you put it in your recipe. So you start from the part that says to proof the yeast. You've already done that. This is your yeast. Now you start from the water and flour and make your recipe as normal. I did forget, if you want to keep this going and cooking from it all day, when you take out half, you're going to go ahead and add 1 more cup of water and 1 more cup of flour. Allow it to double in size again, and as long as you keep feeding and allowing it to double, you will be able to use this as many times as you want, over and over and over.